Welcome everyone to another episode of Column Stream. Today I'm speaking to Babatunde Adebisi, sometimes known as Tunde, aka Mr. UX Design, aka Design Maestro. It's good to have you on the stream with us. Where are you calling in from?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm calling in from Lagos, Kenya to be precise.
So today we're going to be speaking a little bit about UI, UX design, and I'll kick off with a very simple question. What do most startups get wrong about app
Mm.
design?
So one thing I'll say is too many clicks. So there are apps that you just get into and users have to click endless times to complete a particular action. So I think that's number one. And the second one is inconsistency in design language. Another one is overlooking design for scalability. That's always a problem when you're trying to scale up and maybe add more features or make it optimize it for better performance for the user. So it's not all about the aesthetics of the app or how fine or how beautiful it is.
Deep navigation, having to click endless times to complete a particular option, inconsistency in design language, not overlooking design for scalability. What I'm picking up from all of this is that having the user's best interest in mind and having a deep sense of empathy of how much effort will it take for the user to get from A to B should guide the entire process of app design. So when you are thinking through an app design process, what are you largely trying to optimize for to reduce?
Convert time the user's time to value. Thereby reducing the number of clicks they need to perform a particular action. And also cognitive clarity. So users know where the app is, what they can do, what a particular function or feature is, and what just happened after the action, and how to get back to whatever they're doing, or maybe they made a mistake on the flow and they want to go back or edit something or correct something. So
That last one, I love it so much because I am of the same mind, right? I believe that your app should be so intuitive that someone can almost guess where they will be able to find a specific action. I liken it to supermarkets. You know how you walk into a supermarket and as you're walking through the aisles, you know, here I can find pet food. Here I will see
yeah,
detergent. So you don't have to guess where it is. And what's an outdated practice in UI UX design that many startups and their designers still do?
the first thing I'll mention is posting app download on the user. On their landing page, you're not even seeing any content. You're just saying download the app straight up. I think is not right. Something we should stop. Another one is huge image carousel. So I've seen some app designs like app UI that you get into, and first thing you are saying is I'm sure they want to make the app look more aesthetic and more beautiful for the user. Whereas most times users don't even bother to click or through those images. I feel like it's something we should stop going forward. Another one is how many ad clicks on the app. I know everybody's trying to generate money, but too many ad clicks can be frustrating for the user sometimes. There's other ways you can make money through your app. Another one is floating social media icon. Everybody wants them to follow their social media handles, but this shouldn't be forced on the user.
Based on all of this, what's a cool app design project that you've worked on recently and what did you enjoy about it?
So it's called Colon App that helps users to create content that is specifically in their tone or in their style. So it's just like an AI that analyzes your previous posts on LinkedIn and study the way you write and your style of writing and creates your new post to be that. So that was really interesting. So what I actually enjoyed about it is creating the user flow. What do you want the users to do when you get to this particular part? How do you want this voice model to look like? And what kind of flexibility or simplicity are you giving the user? So me and my project manager had a lot of iteration about that and we created something that users can also use.
Just as a segue to that question, what would you say makes the relationship between the designer of a product of an app and the client or project manager sweeter? What makes it better? And then also what can ruin it in your experience?
I would say clear communication is one thing that needs to be like achieved between the product manager and designer. Wherever is not working, they should be able to like pick it or say it out and communicate on it. So even though you're told what to do, you should be able to understand why you're actually doing that and if it's actually for the better of the app. So another thing is letting a creative freedom flow between the designer and the product manager. Allowing that is very key in betterment or relationship. And another thing is transparency. So when you're being transparent, is when you're open to about timelines, constraints, changing or other things that are not working. And also another thing is I'll say that sweetening the relationship is like mutual respect. So when both parties have respect for each other's point of view, because everybody has the way they like reason or the way they think. So you being able to like, oh, I respect of the way you're saying this, but this is the relationship. So what I would say we will run the relationship between both parties. I would say like micromanagement is something that would definitely kills creative skills. Another thing is lack of recognition because I think the project both parties need to recognize in terms of what each person is good at.
Just to make sure I'm putting everything correctly, what can help
Mm-hmm.
the relationship between the designer and the client or product manager is clear communication, context and why a task is needed, allowing creative freedom, transparency about timelines and constraints, and then mutual respect for each other's point of view, competencies, and reasoning. And what can harm the relationship between a designer and the client, the product manager, is micromanagement, trying to hold the designer's hand all the way, which kills creative freedom, vague feedback, which is not helpful or productive, as well as lack of recognition, not seeing where someone is good at something and then maybe comparing or pitting them against their peers in a way that is not helpful or productive. I think it's very important because an app design process can be derailed very quickly and very easily by the tiniest of things. Do you have any message for other budding designers out there who maybe want to get into the space? How should they be thinking about maybe building their portfolios or getting visibility to the right people?
For designers out there, I'll say owning your skills is still one of the things that I believe will get you ahead. Stepping into product design, I think, is a very interesting journey. It's full with a lot of challenges here and there, and it's something you're going to like, have a lot of issues and struggle with, and even question your thoughts sometimes. But I believe that you being not being able to give up and still feel like okay, you're at the right path and this is what you're doing is something that you're actually find interesting or something you love doing. So it's something you should like just grab and give it all your all and learning those other stuff.
Okay, so upskill, keep learning, be tenacious, because this design game isn't easy and there'll be bumps along the way and you can't give up too soon. And then try to give it your all because effort shows, not just in the final product, but also in the relationship that you have with your clients, and it makes them want to refer you to other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Babatunde, thanks so much for your thoughts and insights today, and hopefully we can connect again soon on another call.
All right. Thank you very much.